A very good morning to all of you. So today we are going to take a new lesson, the parts of heat flow. So are you all ready, children? So here we go. In this first beginning of this lesson, you can see a table which gives the records of different temperatures, maximum and minimum temperature. We know that the temperature is different in different places of Kerala. So here in this table, here it is shown the different temperatures of different parts of Kerala. Here the maximum temperature is in Palakkad, and you can see that the lowest temperature takes place during the night time, because the sun doesn't shine at the night time, so we get heat from the sun. So that is why maximum temperature we experience during the daytime. And there are certain situations in which we experience heat in our day-to-day life. For example, if you cook the food, we experience heat. It receives the heat from the firewood, LPG, kerosene. For drying materials, it receives the heat from the sun. For ironing the clothes, it receives the heat from electricity. For melting the metals, it receives the heat from the fuels like carbon, diesel, gas, or from the electricity. So these are the various situations we get the heat, we experience heat. Now there is an experiment in your textbook. The experiment is as follows. Take a spoon, put some water in it, and heat it using a spirit lamp, as you can see from the picture. When you heat it, first the heat gets transferred to the spoon and then finally to the water. So such a transfer of heat from one place to another is called heat transmission. Here the heat gets transmitted from the spirit lamp to the spoon and then finally to the water. Similarly, you can take a candle and a hacksaw blade. Fix pins in the hacksaw blade using wax, and bring one end of this blade near the candle. When the blade gets heated, you can see that the wax melts and slowly the pin which is near the flame falls first and the next, and so on. So here the heat is getting transferred through solids. So here what we are going to say is about the different modes of transmission of heat. Here the heat transmission took place through solid. Blade is a solid. So the heat transmission which takes place through solid is called conduction. In solids, the molecules are closely packed. So the heat gets transferred from one molecule to another. So it will be transferred in an order. Similarly, there are good conductors and bad conductors. Good conductors which gives out heat quickly, and bad conductors which doesn't give out heat. Good conductors means almost all the metals, aluminium, copper, iron, this all comes under good conductors. And bad conductors are paper, cloth, wooden piece which does not catch heat easily. if you take the handle of a pressure cooker or a non-stick vessel, you can see that it doesn't get heat because it is made up of bakelite, which is a poor conductor of heat. So that is why the handle of the pressure cooker and the this one non-stick vessel, they doesn't catch heat much because it is made up of bakelite. Now there is another experiment in your textbook. Take 3 metal rods, copper, aluminium, iron, and place it over a wooden piece, as you can see from the figure. Fix a pin at the end of this metal rods using a wax. Burn a spirit lamp at the point where all the metal rods meet together. When the heat gets transferred, the pin starts falling down in this order. First the pin from the copper falls down, then from the aluminium, and then last from the iron falls down. So there is an order in the rate of conducting of heat, because all the good conductors, the rate of conducting heat will differ. So first, copper is having the highest conducting rate, followed by aluminium and iron. So this is the mode of transmission or the method of transmission which takes place in solids. Conduction is the method of transmission which takes place in solids. Now let's have a look of the method of transmission which takes place in liquid. You take a round bottom flask, fill it with water, then you take some crystals of potassium permanganate, fold it or wrap it using an aluminium foil and pack it very firmly, very tightly. Then you have to make a hole with a pin and immerse it completely into the water so that the crystals will come out. Heat it under a spirit lamp. You can see that when it receives the heat, when the water at the bottom receives the heat, it moves upwards. The molecules will move upward. And the top water will come down. The top water molecules will come down. So this process continues until the whole water gets heated. First the bottom water gets heated up. Then it moves upwards. Then the water at the top, water molecules at the top will come down. And it gets heated. And it moves upwards. Again it will come down, it moves upwards. This process continues until the whole water gets heated. So such a transmission of heat that takes place through the movement of water molecules is called conversion. So conversion is the method of transmission of heat in liquids and gases. You can see that the potassium permanganate crystals which was at the bottom, when you immersed it in the water, which was at the bottom, you can see the pink color moving upwards. And the top water, which is colorless, it goes downwards. Again this process takes place. So this is what happens in the liquids and gases. Now children, when you stand near a firewood, does you feel heat, children? Yes, you feel heat, right? Is there any conductors? Is there anything liquid or any solid matter? No. The heat will move upwards. So there is no medium at all. There is no conducting factor. There is no solids. There is no liquids. Nothing is there. So the mode of transmission, that is the transfer of heat which takes place without any medium, without any conductors, without any metals, without any liquid, is called radiation. Actually, the heat from the sun reaches the earth through this radiation. Also, when you the heat which is coming from the glowing light, there is nothing, conductors are there, and incubator, hatching of the eggs using filament bulb in incubators. There is no medium, only the heat is coming from the bulb. There is no conductors, there is no liquid. So these are the different ways of heat transfer through radiation. So what we studied today is the different methods of heat transmission. First one is conduction, then conversion and radiation. So this is about today's topic. So hope you have understood today's topic. So read the text thoroughly, children. Bye.